Hello, my name is Aaron Salisbury and I am in Project and Portfolio 4, and I am making a video demonstrating my tic-tac-toe game I made. As for references, I actually did not use any. So first I'm going to show you what my game looks like when in play mode. So you're greeted with the screen, and players can click to mark their icon on the screen. So I'm going to have X win, displays the text, and you can now press R to restart. If players continue to try to play, they cannot. So let's press R, and this time we're going to have O win. And just to demonstrate, you cannot restart the game when you press R mid-game unless you've achieved the win state, and you cannot click on top of someone else's. So as we continue, we'll have O win. And bam, you can see all wins. Press R to restart, and this can go on for as many times as you want, getting the results. So how did I achieve this? First, I have a plain object. This has the texture of the tic-tac-toe board on it that I created in Paint. Then there are the 9 slots, numbered 1 through 9 in order. And these are where the player can click on and have their mark displayed. Next is the controller. This is an empty game object which controls the win states and the text. Finally, there is a canvas with a text object to display the who wins. So out of all these objects, only 2 of them actually have a script on them. There are the slots, which have the AS_on_click, which you can see over here, and inside the variables that are needed is first the 2 textures of X and O that it will change to. Then it will have the mesh, so we can do that. It has whether it's been used or not, so players cannot re-click on one of them. And then there is the slot, which tells me where it is in the order. So let's actually go in and examine the script. So, go back up to the top, and first we have the public void on mouse down. This is for when the player clicks on it. It will only trigger if they're actually clicking on the object in question. Then there is the checking if there is a win state and if it has been achieved. If it has not been achieved, it will continue down to check if it's been used before. Then it will check which is the current player, with 1 being X and 2 being O's. Then it will change the texture since they clicked on it, and then it will change it to false, and it will also change the current player to number 2 if it is an X. And then it will tell the controller what number it goes to, with 1 being X's and 2 being O's. That is all the script does. And then we move on to the controller script. In here we have all the variables that determine the game in the start area being initialized, and that way they will always be the same when the level is reloaded. Then we have the win text, which will update to one of these strings when it has been achieved. It starts at null, so it will be blank. But for the first example, it checks if the X wins by seeing if slot 1 equals 1, slot 2 equaling 1, and slot 3 equaling 1. If so, it will change the winner string to display X wins and press R to restart. This is the same for all the combinations, with the other O's checking being for 2's and displaying O's win. Finally, at the bottom, there is the input get key down, which checks if you're holding the right key down, and then it checks if there has been a win state. If there has been one, it will then load the scene again. And that is my entire game. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.